And long before his arrest in Florida, the suspect, Ryan Routh, had other brushes with the law. He also traveled across the globe, volunteering to fight in the war on behalf of Ukraine. CBS's Scott MacFarlane has new reporting on what we know about the suspect.
The picture emerging of Ryan Routh includes a criminal past and spans thousands of miles. In North Carolina, beginning in 2002, he was convicted on a weapons charge and later a hit and run and resisting arrest. In a since-removed post on social media, he wrote he was a Trump voter in 2016, but by 2020, he'd write that he was disappointed, adding, "I'll be glad when you're gone." During Trump's term, Routh moved to Hawaii.
Every interaction we had with him was very welcoming and kind.
But when Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022, he traveled to the war zone, seeking to fight, posting, "I will come and die for you." He'd later tell Newsweek Romania he was instead urged to recruit fighters.
I'm 56, so initially they were like, well, I have no military experience, so they're like, you're not an ideal candidate.
He didn't come across as a radicalized person at all.
CBS's Holly Williams, who's covered the war, heard from Routh via text message during the onset of the fighting.
Ryan Routh struck me at times as being somewhat naive, genuine and sincere in wanting to help Ukraine, but somewhat naive.
Earlier this year, he was back in the U.S., voting in North Carolina's primary elections, before surfacing in Florida yesterday.
We do not have information that he's been acting with anyone else at present.
A.T. Smith is a former U.S. Secret Service deputy director.
It's very important for the Secret Service to be able to gain as much information about this individual and his motives as they can get, and it's always helpful to get it as quick as you can get it.
To ensure there's no secondary or further threat.
Correct. Yes, just to make sure there's not an accomplice or something out there that we don't know.
Meanwhile, more questions are mounting about whether the Secret Service needs more money to hire more agents.
The one thing I want to make clear, the service needs more help.
CBS News has learned the Biden administration has formally asked Congress for the flexibility to potentially increase spending on Secret Service in the coming weeks, citing the campaign and mounting overtime costs. Norah?
Scott MacFarlane, thank you very much.